everybody, it's Alexa and welcome back to my channel. A couple weeks ago I asked you guys to ask me any questions you had that were related to college, and today I'm going to be answering them all. I got a ton of questions, so I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. If I don't get to your question, I'm really sorry. Also, if you have a question and it's not answered in this video, make sure to comment down below and I will answer it the best I can. So let's get started. What should I expect on my first day of school? The first day of college is basically like any other first day of school. Basically on the first day, all you do is go to your class and the professor will hand you a syllabus. If you don't know what a syllabus is, it's basically an outline of the entire semester. It'll have due dates for things, the professor's rules, school policies, and all that kind of stuff. Make sure you keep your syllabus and know where it is at all times. It's going to be very helpful for you. And the professor is basically going to go over what the class is about, go over materials you're going to need, go over the syllabus, and the professor may even start class. The first day of college is nothing to be worried about. Don't be nervous about it. It's really just like any other first day of school. What school supplies do I need for college? In college, they do not give you a school supplies list. Some professors do require you to have certain materials, but they will go over those with you on the first day of class. I just get the basics for school supplies based on how many classes I'm taking. If you guys are curious as to what I got for school supplies this year, I will leave my back to school supplies haul down below. What are some things I should bring to college with me? If you don't know what to bring with you, I would go onto Google and find a dorm checklist. You can also check with the school you're going to because a ton of schools already have a list of things you should and shouldn't bring. If you guys would like to know my top 10 dorm essentials, I will leave that video down below. Do you have any tips for scheduling classes? For me, I'm a morning person, so I would rather schedule all my classes in the morning. And I've also found that I would rather take a class that is an hour and 15 minutes rather than 50 minutes. But scheduling your classes is all based on personal preference and what is open for classes. Classes do fill up pretty quickly in college, so the day registration opens, make sure you're on your computer signing up for your classes. If you're not sure what you want your career to be, how are you supposed to know what you're going to major in? Figuring out what you want to major in can be a really hard decision, but the good thing about college is that most colleges will let you go in undecided. That means you can take a couple basic classes. If you have two different careers that you're leaning towards, you can take a class in each career just to see if you really want to do it. Also, if you are undecided, it's a good idea to meet with a career advisor at your college because they can help guide you towards a career you are thinking of. For me, I didn't have this problem because I knew my junior year that I wanted to be a nurse. At what point of high school should you start looking at colleges? Most high schools have you start looking at colleges between your sophomore and junior year because that way it gives you time to go visit colleges. In high school, junior year is the biggest year for college. That's usually when guidance counselors meet with you to decide what you want to do, decide where you want to go, come up with a list of colleges, and also that's usually when you do your college essay because between junior and senior year is when you usually apply for college. How stressful is college? I'm not gonna lie, college is pretty stressful. There is way more studying and everything is about self-advocacy, so if you are struggling in the class, it's your job to go to your professor. They're not gonna say, oh, well, I've seen that you are struggling, maybe we should meet. It's up to you to go to them and ask to meet. Some classes are definitely gonna be more stressful than others. Usually a science with a lab is gonna be more stressful than an English course. The most important thing to do is not overstress. If you find that you are getting stressed, make sure to talk to your professors and meet with them when they have their office hours. The next three questions go together and they are, do you live in the dorm? Do you have a roommate? And what is it like living with a roommate? No, I am not in the dorms this year, so no, I do not have a roommate. But my first semester of my freshman year, I did live in the dorms and had a roommate. I did not have the best experience with having a roommate. My roommate and I just did not get along at all, and living together was rather difficult, which is why I only stayed for one semester. I want to be honest with you guys and tell you that not everyone gets along with their roommate. Yes, there are tons of people that become best friends with their roommates, have a great relationship with each other, do everything together, have the same friends, but there are also people who don't get along with their roommates and aren't best friends with their roommates. Living in a dorm does take some time getting used to. Is it a good idea to work part-time or full-time at my job if I'm going to school part-time? If at all possible, I would definitely try and work part-time and go to school part-time rather than working full-time and going to school part-time, because working full-time, you're not going to have a lot of time to study and you're going to have a hard time keeping up with your work. A lot of students find that working and going to school at the same time doesn't always mix well, and a lot of students who started out working full-time and going to school often bump back their hours to working part-time. So those are all the questions I am going to answer for you guys. Like I said before, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope you guys like this video and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!